basically the whole sort of high concept core of the idea came from a book called The Case for the UFO by Morris Jessup. Now, Jessup was a guy who had a lot of problems. He was an early ufologist in the 1950s, not really an accepting time for that kind of thing, and he's found dead in his car, an apparent suicide. But later on, there's this edition by a company called Vero Press, and then a press, Vero Press, comes out with an edition of this book with annotations in 3 colors of ink. And no one knows whether or not Vero Press does this by the orders of the CIA or the Air Force, or they're just trying to make a buck off of poor Jessup's death. But the Vero Press edition of The Case of the UFO becomes sort of a legend of the UFO community. Eventually, I mean, you can buy it online now. But the notion that there's an annotated urtext somewhere in the back of this great, big, confused mystery, that sort of stuck with me, and I wanted to do that same thing, only with a better text than The Case for the UFO. I wanted to do it for Dracula, because Dracula's got just as many weird side points and odd things that don't really get followed up on, dropped hints and contradictions, as any UFO case story, but with a much better ending and a much better villain. So I thought, if I can make a Vero Press edition of Dracula be the centerpiece, that's going to be the greatest handout ever. And then the whole game basically comes around because I wanted an excuse to do that Vero Press edition style Dracula book.